I heard it's the worstest jail ever.
This is the first time you are in the jail?
No, I think my six.
Six.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have 3 girls and 2 granddaughters. The worst thing, probably detox.
What about here? You get along with other?
It's hard.
Hard?
There's no time to really rest. And if you do, everybody's loud, obnoxious, somebody always trying to argue or fight. So that's an everyday thing. It's not a good meal. My body is not immune to it at all.
Byłam w ciąży 21 razy. Zostałam zbiorowo zgwałcona, gdy miałam 8 lat.
Różowe więzienne mundury, praca w łańcuchach i słynny obóz namiotowy pośrodku pustyni w Arizonie. To tutaj szeryf Joe Arpaio stworzył jeden z najbardziej kontrowersyjnych systemów więziennych w Stanach Zjednoczonych. Na proces czekają tutaj kobiety oskarżone o zabójstwa, przemyt narkotyków czy napaści na strażników. Kobiety, które od lat krążą między ulicą, uzależnieniem i więzienną celą. Witam w więzieniu Estrella Jail w Arizonie.
Dobrze, słuchajcie moi drodzy, także zaczynam kolejny reportaż bardzo ekscytujący w więzieniu dla kobiet tym razem. Są tutaj ze mną pracownicy.
This is our women's facility. This is where we house all the female that get arrested in Maricopa County in this facility.
All right, how many?
I think we max out at 1,200.
Wow.
Is the max that it can
Max.
hold.
Okay.
Our current population is
800.
800.
And what is your responsibility here?
I'm a field training officer, which means that I train all of our new officers that are coming in as recruits. So once they pass their academy class, if they get assigned here, then I'm responsible for training them on first shift.
You want to leave your back? You have to be on one.
Any problems happened recently with the inmates?
Yesterday, we actually had an inmate attempt to assault one of our medical staff.
Wow.
And so an officer, obviously we don't want our staff to get hurt. She had to put her on the ground. And she did get punched in the face, unfortunately. She didn't get badly injured, but she was hit during the altercation.
And this happened often here?
Not normally,
No?
no. The females here generally don't assault. But because this is the only female facility, we have all of the classifications here. Whereas the male facilities are split up by their classifications. Before I'll explain each unit,
Okay.
what classifications are there.
Right, and I have a question about this. So everyone who come here,
Our visitors.
all visitors,
We have
right?
another scanner specifically for our inmates that are down at our intake. Do you want me to hold your stick?
Any and everything in your pockets, trash, pens, pieces of paper. If there's anything there, you can go ahead and put it in the bowls for me.
The belt as well?
No, your belt's
No?
okay. If we can see, it's okay. So the belt, microphone, jewelry is okay, just all pockets.
It's like in the airport.
Exactly.
This is the same one.
There's no stick on it. Stick out.
For me now, it doesn't look like a jail. It more looks like a hospital.
Yeah, it has, I think the coloration gives it hospital vibes.
How many years do you work here?
I've been with Maricopa County for 6 years.
6 years.
These are our trustees. They're sentenced inmates
Hey.
who have jobs.
Right. How long you are here?
Almost 80 days. I leave. Today's my last day.
Right.
So you're leaving in the morning?
Yeah.
Right. What's your plan after you released?
Maybe sober living after and start getting my documents so I can start working.
Okay. How old are you?
23.
23. This is the first time you are in the jail?
No, probably like my 5th, 6th.
6.
Yeah.
Wow. Learn any lesson after?
No, I do. It's just kind of like, I don't know. It's a different ball game once you're not behind walls.
Yeah.
I think I learned my lesson this time.
Yeah. I hope so too, because most of the time the environment puts you in the trouble. Right. And what about you?
Probation violation.
And how long you going to stay?
They gave me 4 months, but usually with those that have probation violation, they have a drug addiction or alcohol addiction, and the judge be very lenient on us and give us like early release through a program, rehabilitation program.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have children?
I have 3 girls and 2 granddaughters.
They visit you?
No, I don't think there's visitation here.
Ah, no.
We do everything on the tablet now. So we have like
Right.
FaceTime and phone calls.
Right.
The only visits that are allowed to come in person are legal.
So you miss your children a
Yeah,
lot.
it makes it hard because my reservation is like a 6-7 hour drive from here. So
Okay.
it would just be phone call.
What was the worst thing staying here?
The worst thing, probably detoxing, because you're behind the cement walls, you're behind closed vents, your body aches, you just don't feel right.
I hope you'll be alright once you're raised.
Me too.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So this is our intake area.
Yep.
All of the inmates entering and leaving the facility come through here. So this is our body scanners. We actually have two. We have a portable one, just this white one. It's plugged in because it needs to be updated.
Yeah.
And then our larger one doesn't go anywhere, it stays here. I have found some strange things inside people before.
Really?
Yeah, we found drugs. There was one girl that I was actually on my way out and somebody had called me over because I'm an FTO and they like to ask me like, what does this look like to you? And so we ended up doing a strip search on her because it's part of a protocol. Even after we scan, we still do strip searches. The machine doesn't catch everything. Some people have denser bodies than others.
Okay.
So it can be hard sometimes to determine. I'm not a medical professional.
All right.
Right, so it can
Okay.
be hard sometimes to determine. I had a lady who had bobby pins wrapped up with a hair
Yeah.
tie and they were inside her vagina.
Yeah.
And I was like, bobby pins, really? Like, what are you trying to escape? So we just have them stand on this platform.
Yeah.
We put their information into the machine.
And how often you found the drugs?
I would say out of every 10 people we scan, maybe 2 or 3 of them we catch.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
These are just our holding tanks. So generally in the morning,
Yep.
third shift wakes inmates
Let me
up.
just record
Yeah.
this.
I can actually take this file in the middle of the floor. These are our dry cells.
Okay.
So if see something that may be drugs during our scan, we will put them in here without access to a toilet because we don't want them flushing any evidence.
Okay.
Here, if you want to see, this is generally for our higher profile people. I believe when Jodi Arias was here back in the day, she was kept at. But there's a toilet and a sink
Right.
combo.
So usually, because
All right.
this end of the facility is where they're leaving and coming from,
Yeah.
they will bring them here and have them sit until the transportation officer comes to pick them up and take them.
Because we can have upwards of 40 inmates going to court, but we
Okay.
can't have all 40.
All right.
We don't have enough space. So this is, we used to have our kitchen, the bread, the peanut butter, the jelly, the cookies. They also get a milk and a fruit.
Okay. I heard that few years ago, for one inmate cost less than $1 per day for the food. Also, I heard that before inmates had pink underwear.
Yeah.
And still, yes?
Well, we have different colors now for different sizes.
Right.
Yeah, I think that was mostly over at Tent City, which we don't have anymore.
And with the chain
The chain gang?
gang.
Yeah, we don't do that either.
No, I don't see.
That was all previous.
Yeah, okay, now it's different.
My name is Dave Moyer. I'm one of the public information officers.
And what was the reason of the pink underwear?
Well, honestly, that started because back in the 90s, the inmates were stealing underwear. So the methodology behind that was that if they made it pink, they wouldn't want to steal it.
Okay.
But actually, it made it worse because they wanted the pink
So
underwear.
pink underwear was for male and females?
Male and female.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Yes.
I can't imagine how the gangs wear that.
So they had to.
Yeah.
And they had to wear black and white stripes too, which we now have black and white stripes
Yeah.
again, as you can see.
Yeah,
in the
I
inmates
see.
that are
And
here.
we just changed over to stripes this year. This tower is Adam Tower. It is our maximum GP housing unit. So we have 3 classifications of inmates.
Okay.
We have minimum, medium, and maximum. We have so many tanks down here because we need to try to keep them separate.
Wow.
There's 15 rooms per pod, so 2-man rooms.
Yeah.
So 60 persons of total per pod for a total of 120 inmates. This is our CHS room. There's somebody in there right now. If they need to be interviewed for anything, we pull them in there, or
Okay.
if they think they're going to hurt themselves, we'll pull them aside so mental health can come and talk to them.
Right.
And then this is our max GP. We have rooms upstairs and downstairs, so we have a lower and upper tier. There's 7 rooms on the bottom, 8 rooms on top, because we have a shower area down at the bottom in the middle.
They don't see us?
They can.
They can see a little bit. They just recently put this film on that makes it harder because they like to window talk.
Okay.
So someone will stand at this window and they'll talk across and do hand signs to somebody else.
All right. So they're
They're
see.
very friendly, but you're a new face and they like to schmooze a little bit.
They can hear me or not? No.
They might be able to hear you a little bit.
She'll be star.
Yeah, but the film is really nice because it does prevent
The crosstalk.
the cross talking, the window talking.
Okay.
I know a little bit of American Sign Language, but they don't use American Sign Language. They use jail sign,
Okay.
which is a completely different
Right.
situation. We actually have a large population of every
Yeah.
race here.
Yeah.
We have Black people, we have Hispanic people.
And white people have worse situation here? No? They're not discriminated?
No,
by...
we do actually have a critical policy, CP8, that prevents us from being biased against anyone regardless
Yeah.
of anything. So we make sure to comply with that. We do
And
training
they-
on it every 6 months
All right.
actually.
And they get along with each other? They don't care about the skin color?
No, you don't see a lot of that here with the women. It's less about race here. It's most of the people in here are going to be here for murder, prostitution, trafficking,
Okay.
things like that. Some of them have participated in drive-by shootings. Some of them are, maybe they saw somebody die, but they didn't do anything about it.
Okej. Słuchajcie, wyobraźcie sobie, że ja teraz bym tutaj wszedł i te dziewczyny by mnie zaatakowały i wzięłyby mnie za zakładnika. Do you think there is risk that if I come inside they could take me as a hostage?
No, I don't think they would.
No.
No. You might have heard them yelling my name when I came in. Like, I have a decent rapport with a lot of the inmates here. So
Okay.
I don't think they would necessarily try anything,
Okay.
but you never know. Because we do get new people in who might not know.
Okay,
you know.
right.
So,
I would like to interview, if that's possible, some of the inmates who killed someone who is with the very serious offense.
We can't let you
Yeah.
talk to one of them because they'd have to get permission from their attorney.
Because
That's the
their
problem.
case is pending.
yes.
Yeah, so that's the problem with that. We can let you do the minimum if they're willing.
So this is our supply area for our towers. So we try to keep them supplied of, just general basic hygiene stuff. There's toilet paper, we have feminine napkins, the different sizes of underwear.
And-
So they all get sports bras.
Like this looks like for the young girls.
Small. Well, we do
Very
have
small.
some small people here. And, we get people of all different sizes because we also have bigger ones. Oh, so that's one of our FMO trustees. They're painting. So they're replacing this green color with this darker blue color, and so they're doing the painting. They're also trustees. So this is our close custody housing unit.
Okay.
As you can see, we have the security cages.
Okay.
Have officers. We have to make sure we have 2 officers because
Okay.
these are our more dangerous inmates in here.
Right. So there are inmates inside now?
Yes,
Right.
there are inmates.
Okay. And they waiting to take
So
someone
they're
out?
probably talking to a mental health person.
Okay.
Because that's a mental health professional.
Oh, right. Okay.
They do segregation rounds. Humans aren't really meant to be by themselves. And when they're in here, they're here for 23 hours and they only get to have 1 hour out in the
Okay.
day room.
Okay. This is another trustees, yeah?
Trustees, yeah. They're just painting. Good job, ladies.
Hello. How long you staying here?
12 months.
12 months, right. And how long you have this job now?
I pretty much have every job here. I've been at MASH, I've been
All right.
housekeeping, I've been kitchen, and then I'm now FMO. So I've been here since, I think, almost 2 months.
2 months, right. And this is the first time you are here?
First and last.
Right. What did you do before?
Like,
Did you work or, yeah?
I have my master's degree in mechanical engineering.
Wow, that's good. How did you end up here?
Car accident.
Oh, drink and drive? No?
It's just my fault.
I hope you will get out soon. So, inmates like she,
Yeah.
because she's not dangerous, or she didn't do anything really, anything in purpose probably, and she still stay with the inmates who are, very bad.
So she's in King Dorm. It's our working dorm. So everyone who's in King Dorm is sentenced,
Okay.
and it's always 12 months or less sentences in order to stay here and be a
Okay.
trustee. And then she lives with up to 99 other women who are also in the same.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, or when their shift is over, they're going to go back to the dorm,
Okay.
which we will get to that dorm here.
And we do get a lot of homeless people into our facility.
Okay.
So, and obviously that's a problem.
And this is good for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
They happy? Because
They can be.
Yeah.
They get 2 meals a day, they get a shower, they get a bed to sleep on, they get hygiene, like everything we give them is.
What sentence they get normally for trespassing?
For trespassing, they usually don't really get sentenced.
No?
They're here until their trial, and then a lot of times they get released.
Okay.
And remember, if you're sentenced to a year or less,
Yeah.
then you're here at the jail. If you're sentenced to a year or more, then you go to prison.
Okay.
We've had some here since I think 2016 is the longest I've seen.
Okay.
But their trial is still underway.
16. Wow.
And then
10
if
years.
and then if there's a mistrial, they have to restart over. Then they're here even longer. So,
Want to dig or shine? Right?
so Salt is one of our programs officers.
Okay.
So we do have programs here for they can further their education, GED and other kinds of testing. He's one of the officers that helps get the inmates for the teacher ladies and helps.
So the ones that right now they'll take for the GD classes, I think it's 18 to 21, but they have other programs like anger management. They have some programs that'll help them take some classes. They can get out a little bit sooner.
So this is our closed custody. This is our highest classification that can be in this facility. And those are all going to be mini, medium GPs, and we may be able to stop and talk to some.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Can we go inside?
I don't have the keys.
No?
I can grab a key real quick. Paul, can you grab me a red key, please? Thank you. So these are the yards. We give them up to 4 hours a week
Okay.
to go to rep. They don't always want it. Sometimes they do, sometimes
No?
they don't. No.
4 hours a week.
A week, yes. We try to give them at least 1 hour a day. But if I have 12 people on the yard and one of them needs to use the restroom, I don't just pull that one person because I have other yards. Sometimes we'll just pull everybody. So it depends on the rec officer.
All right. Wygląda przyjemnie. Mógłbym tutaj pograć w kosza. Zobaczcie. How many inmates can come here?
So we do a max of 30.
30. Right.
But normally, because Bravo is right there, and those are the close custodies, we might only have 1 or 2 people.
Okay.
Depends on who we're putting on the yard and who can be with them. Because again, we don't want to mix the classification.
Yeah, right.
This is a privilege for them to get to
Okay.
come out and get some fresh air and
Yeah.
some sunlight.
And do you have special unit here if anything really serious happened? Fight?
We do have a special response team
Okay.
that can come out for major incidents, but for the day-to-day incidents that they deal with, there's enough officers here to take care of them.
Yeah.
Zobaczcie na ten dziedziniec. Tutaj do 30 więźniarek może przychodzić i spędzać czas w ramach nagrody 4 godziny tygodniowo. Zwróćcie uwagę na tą siatkę. Ta siatka nie jest po to, żeby zacieniać to miejsce, tylko po to, żeby ktoś z zewnątrz nie próbował przerzucić kontrabandy, narkotyków, broni, czy czegokolwiek, czy jakichś wiadomości, grypsów.
We're going to be going that way.
This here?
This is our visitation.
But
Yeah.
you mentioned that there are no visits.
Legal.
Legal
Only legal
visitors.
visits. So they're lawyers, they're
Okay.
private investigators. If they have like a child custody
Okay.
issue, all of our visitors from the public come through here, and then all of our inmates are on the other side. So this is one of our non-contact rooms.
Okay.
So their visitor will sit on the other side, and we put the inmate in here. This door does not open from the inside. They let us know when the visit's over, and we come pick them up and drop them off.
Right.
So we have non-contact rooms, and then we have contact rooms.
And non-contact room is especially for serious charges or?
It just depends on how much privilege their visitor has with that inmate.
Okay.
So this is one of our general population
Wow,
units.
that's a lot of them.
These are all mini, medium GPs.
Yeah.
This unit maxes out at 128 inmates.
I know that here were two famous women jailed. Lori,
Lori Daybell?
yes.
She's in Charles Tower.
Okay, you met her?
I did.
Jedną z najbardziej znanych więźniarek w tym więzieniu była Lori Vallow, oskarżona o zamordowanie własnych dzieci. Jej historia stała się później tematem głośnego dokumentu Netflixa i jedną z najbardziej szokujących spraw kryminalnych w całych Stanach Zjednoczonych. Drugą znaną więźniarką była Jodi Arias, skazana za brutalne zabójstwo swojego chłopaka. Proces Jodi przez miesiące był transmitowany w amerykańskiej telewizji i śledzony przez miliony widzów.
And on the video, she behaved like very happy. She's like this all the time?
Yeah, there was one time I was working in Charles Tower because that's where she was housed. With high-profile cases, we try to make sure that they're alone. Like so she didn't have a cellie or anything that was with her.
Okay.
And then we also do something called day room alone, which is where they just are out by themselves. And that's just to prevent somebody from trying to harm them or do anything to them. So I was in the tower and I saw flailing like in the window.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm gonna do this next walk because I need to find out what's going on. She was listening to her tablet to music and she was just dancing.
Really?
And that's what I was seeing from downstairs.
That's crazy. This is here?
So, do you think you have an inmate that would want to be interviewed by... ladies, if anyone would like to be interviewed by a news outlet from Poland, please come to the front of the room.
To hear the story. Why?
Just to hear your story and find out.
Find out what it's like to be in here.
Yeah, can we walk around? I can try.
Does anybody want to talk, ladies? It's just to tell your story.
Yeah, if you want to complain about anything. Yeah, don't be shy.
You're gonna do it? Oh, here, you got one right here.
Yeah? Słuchajcie, ja nie wyobrażam sobie, jak można tutaj siedzieć w tyle kobiet. Pójście. Can do. Right, so what is your name?
Wendy Moore.
All right, how long you staying here?
This will be my second week.
Second week?
Yes.
This is the first time you're here?
Yes.
Right, what's happened?
I'm gonna say of course it's from childhood trauma, but I was trying to help someone else out with their situation, a male. I had lost everything a few months back. Miscommunication with each other. Right. He had asked me, he has a studio apartment and he has a 3-bedroom apartment. I was at the 3-bedroom. I have 3 children. I was supposed to schedule for me a 3-bed for my children on the 29th. We had a little argument at the 3-bedroom. He apologized, begged me over. I came over. So the first one was for domestic, what is it, aggressive assault, felony 3, and then the second was dangerous to the environment. What did I do?
And do you have children?
3.
3 children.
My first is 16. I have a boy 16. I have a 10-year-old boy, and then I have a 7-year-old girl.
Right. And do you call them?
Not from here.
You're not able to call? No.
No, I can't.
Right. I want to ask you about the situation here.
Oh, so you just want to talk about them? You ain't want to know about my situation?
No, about you. How do you get along with other people? This is what I want to ask.
Okay. Y'all didn't want to hear about me. Okay.
What is the worst thing staying here?
Every day, you get just a peanut butter, a piece of hard bread, a peanut butter in a packet, and milk, and an orange. And inside the sack is just cookies. So that's an everyday thing. It's not a good meal. My body is not immune to it at all. It hurts so bad.
So the food is the worst thing about here, or environment, or
everything? The food, the DOs, the way they talk to you, the way they treat you. You get the same meal every day. Only eat twice. Once in the morning and one at night. So once at 6 o'clock in the morning and one at night, 6.
How
They mix all types of people together mentally as far as need help or overdose.
Can you tell me, woman here?
Y'all trying to get information on talking bad about this jail. I see what you want. Okay,
No.
I got you.
No,
Yes, it is.
I want to ask
because you don't care nothing about me. Go ahead.
No,
listen, I'm
I want to
listening,
ask
though.
if
I'll give you what you
women cry here more or getting tougher.
That's any jail, I think. You're gonna have to. You gotta survive in jail. That's life, period. You gotta survive. You gotta trade. You gotta buy. This is my first time being here. I heard it's the worstest jail ever because, like, going to court, it takes they wake you up at 2:00 in the morning. Your total court time be 8:30. You ain't gonna see a judge until about 12, 1 o'clock. You don't come back to your dorm until like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's horrible. Some women in here, I know one woman go to court every week and they keep continuing her stuff because she's late. Yeah, it's pretty bad because you don't get to rest. There's no time to really rest when you're in there because they do cleaning. You don't get no time to really sleep. And if you do, everybody's loud, obnoxious. Somebody always trying to argue or fight.
This video will be watched in United States and in Europe. Do you want to send some message?
You just gotta learn how to control yourself. You gotta you gotta heal. Let me say that. You just gotta learn how to heal from your trauma as a child. Because without it, your mental, you'll lose it all. Treat people as they are. You don't know how they grew up. And I'm learning that. This is my first time and I'm being in here, like they treat people so different. Knowing that they mentally crazy. Some DOs like literally talk to us like we come to jail and we all of a sudden get intelligent or we all of a sudden get nice. Because they're like, ladies, why y'all still ain't understanding? Why y'all can't shut up? That's probably why they in here. Because they couldn't shut up or they couldn't follow directions or they don't know the law. So it's like you get locked down or get stuck in your room or your bed because of something they know that you didn't do. That's how you end up in jail. So I didn't grow up with nobody there for me. I had a reaction to somebody else's action. So I never had nowhere to stay. I moved out here to change my life. And be honest with you, I've been homeless the whole time. I got my own crib, but they sold the building and I'm out on the street and I had to get my children away to their parents, their other parent. A lot of people like me, I'm gonna be honest, I never learned how to love myself because I never had nobody to love me.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope you'll get out soon and you will change your life.
Monday. Sure will.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Arthur, nice to meet you. How long you are staying here and what's happened?
I'll be here for like 90 days. I'm already sentenced and stuff. It was mostly for drug charges and stuff.
Drug charges? Yeah. Okay.
And taking an identity theft.
Right. And when you planning to get out from here?
I should be out like June 22nd, maybe? Yeah. I'm hoping.
How do you feel now, emotionally?
Emotionally, I feel a lot better than I was when I first got in here. Only because I'm like sober now. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
You think that drugs is the main problem of your troubles?
I think a lot of the trouble comes from like me being younger, my parents and stuff like that. But ultimately, I make my own decisions when I'm older, so I take responsibility for everything I do.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you connect with your family? You contact them?
No,
not?
my mom had passed away. My dad's not in my life.
Right. And what about here? You get along with other inmates?
It's hard.
Hard?
There's a lot of like SMI people, a lot of detoxers, people that just don't care about themselves in here, and they shouldn't have them in the same place. You know what I mean? It's a struggle in here, yeah.
Right. And this is the first time you are in the jail?
No.
No. So you already knew how it is?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm hoping this time will be different, you know what I mean? Because they're going to send me to a treatment place. And so there, you know, I have a lot of support and stuff like that. And they do have classes here like AA or CA and stuff like that I do attend and stuff.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Przed wejściem tutaj spodziewałem się bardziej chaosu i brutalności, a największe wrażenie zrobiło na mnie coś zupełnie innego. Te sterylne korytarze, skanery i atmosfera bardziej przypominająca szpital niż więzienie. Tyle, że trafiają tutaj kobiety oskarżone o zabójstwa, dziewczyny na ostrym głodzie narkotykowym i matki, które swoje dzieci widują tylko przez ekran tabletu. I chyba właśnie ta normalność jest tutaj najbardziej przerażająca. Detoks, powrót na ulicę, po kilku miesiącach znowu te same kraty. To po prostu zamknięte koło.